Shavua Tov, everyone. Welcome back to our Tillis Tell Stories for Saturday Night WhatsApp group. The title of this week's video is The Egg Minyan. I adapted this story from an emailing of Shabbos stories for the Parsha, which there it is based on an emailing of Good Shabbos, everyone. Shmuel Grunbaum was a survivor of the flames of the Holocaust. He emigrated from war-torn Europe and sailed to America, hoping to rebuild a new life for himself. He made his home in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn, along with many other fellow Holocaust survivors. But they were all struggling for a livelihood. How would Grunbaum support himself? Divine providence guided Reb Shmuel. After various failed attempts to find a job, he found a position working in an egg store. It was a dependable job, but the salary was minimal. He soon realized that he had to devise an additional means of income. Building on his current position, he decided to attempt an innovative service. He would sell and deliver eggs directly to the customer. Business began slowly with an order here and an order there. Word of Reb Shmuel's prompt and ethical business spread, however, and soon he acquired his first regular weekly customer for a large carton of eggs. One afternoon, Reb Shmuel was busy making his scheduled deliveries. He walked up the narrow flight of steps and carefully placed the carton on the doorstep of his one weekly customer. Reb Shmuel descended the steps and continued his route along the street. Quite unexpectedly, he felt a tap on his shoulder. Excuse me, can you help us make a minyan for Mincha? The man motioned towards the basement entrance of the building he had just left. Certainly, replied Reb Shmuel, and turned to enter the building. Within a few minutes, the afternoon prayers commenced. The small minyan of 10 grew as more members entered. All proceeded normally until the middle of the prayer leader's repetition of the Amidah, the Shemon Esrei, the central prayer. A sudden movement at one side of the shul caught Reb Shmuel's attention. A man was entering the low-ceilinged shul with a large carton in his hands. Reb Shmuel had no trouble recognizing the carton. It contained the eggs he had just delivered. Reb Shmuel watched in confusion as the man circulated the room. Each person took a few eggs from the carton and put them aside. When his turn came, Reb Shmuel waved the man on, indicating that he had no need for eggs. He looked at the eggs in the man's hand and then stared around the shul. Each man there was now the proud possessor of 1 or 2 eggs, for free. Reb Shmuel was flabbergasted. What was the reason for this strange ritual with his eggs? When Mincha was finished, Reb Shmuel approached the man with the now empty carton. Tell me, where does this custom come from, to give out eggs during the prayer minyan? The man smiled at his puzzled expression. This is the shul of the Skvera Rebbe, he explained. The Rebbitzin, who lives upstairs, wanted to support a fellow in the wholesale eggs business. She placed a weekly order for a large carton, but she doesn't really need so many eggs. So she asked me to give them out to the participants in the Mincha minyan on the day she receives the eggs so that they won't go to waste. Understand? It's as simple as that. Reb Shmuel nodded thoughtfully. Oh yes, he said fervently, I understand a lot better than you think. Reb Shmuel thanked the man and ascended the stairs into the waning sunlight. His burden had been lightened by the discreet concern and kindness of the Rebbitzin of Skver, Trana Twersky of blessed memory. Rebbitzin Trana, or Trani Twersky, was born in the first decade of the 1900s, was the daughter of Rebbe Pinchas Twersky of Astulia, who passed away, who was martyred in World War II. And she was the granddaughter of Rabbi Yisachar Dov, the third Rebbe of the Belz dynasty. In 1925, she married Rabbi Yaakov Yosef Twersky, the fourth Rebbe of the Skvera dynasty, and the founder in 1954 of the Hasidic village of New Square in Rockland County, New York. They had 3 daughters and 1 son, Rabbi David Twersky, who is the current Rebbe of Skver. By the way, if you would like to see a photo of her holy-looking grandfather, Rabbi Pinchas of Astulia, send me a request by email, tillistells@gmail.com, tilles@gmail.com, tillestells@gmail.com, which is best, or by WhatsApp, +972 for Israel, and then 526-770-137. +972 526 770 137. May you all have a pleasant and blessed week.